From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Monday morning. Hope you had an awesome Mother's Day weekend, especially to all the moms out there. Unfortunately, we have another round of winds that's on the way for Wednesday. Now, with that, we could see some shower and thunderstorm chances that might limit the fire potential, kind of nuance there. But otherwise, high temperatures this week as opposed to last week where we were entirely in the 80s. We're mostly going to be in the 70s for this week. Okay, the alert day for Wednesday because of the winds, 35 to 65 mile per hour gusts across the map for the entire viewing area. We are concerned about the fire and blowing dust risk. We're mainly concerned about the winds themselves, though, as we're thinking the rain should help out with the vegetation dryness situation. Okay, we are tracking a wind-driven fire in southern Grant County right now as we speak. It's 2,200 acres. It's burning near Road 24 in Washington 24. Now, per dispatch traffic, it does look like some resources are being allowed to leave this scene, so we're thinking that the drama's on the downswing there, but still those gusts out of the north and west around 10 miles per hour in southern Grant County. Very mild out there, 40s and 50s for lower elevations. Just need a light jacket. Your forecast for this Monday for the Tri-Cities, light jacket weather up until about 10 a.m. After that, it's going to be all t-shirt weather. Lots of sunshine, a beautiful day on tap. We have more days in the 70s over the next 7 days, which I'll talk about coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
And right now, a report of a possible handgun near 2 Richland schools triggered a temporary secure status Friday morning. But police say the item at the center of the investigation was something much different. New details are emerging after a deadly crash on George Washington Way in Richland. The crash shut down a major intersection and destroyed part of a city landmark. This morning, what we're learning about the investigation. And what started as a police call quickly escalated into a house fire in Kennewick. What investigators are still trying to figure out this morning. The very latest on all these stories and more next on Good Morning Northwest.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good Monday morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Wendy Redman. Your time is approaching 6:03. Just into the newsroom this morning, State Route 260 is closed east of Connell after a crash. Officials say the closure is near milepost 15, about 7 miles east of the US 395 junction. A detour is currently in place using local roads. No other details about the collision have been released at this time, but of course, stay with us here on Good Morning Northwest, and we'll keep you posted just as soon as we learn any more details. Also developing this morning, crews from multiple agencies responded to a wind-driven brush fire overnight, burning near Highway 24 east of Mattawa. This is the one Josh was just talking to you about moments ago. Authorities say the fire grew to an estimated 2,200 acres overnight. State Route 24 was shut down for several hours as crews worked to contain the fire, but the highway has since reopened. Adams County and Franklin County crews were both called in to help with the response. Officials say the fire pushed up against the Wahluke Branch Canal overnight, but did not cross it. This is a developing story. We'll keep you updated throughout the morning. Following up this morning, we're learning more about a deadly crash we first told you about Friday morning that shut down parts of George Washington Way in Richland. Officers responded around 3:50 in the morning to a single vehicle crash near George Washington Way and Jadwin Avenue. Again, this was Friday. Authorities say the vehicle was heavily damaged, as you can see, and we are told the driver, 23-year-old Dylan Stills, died at the scene. Traffic heading toward Kennewick on George Washington Way was closed for more than 4 hours. Jadwin Avenue also remained closed while city crews replaced a traffic pole and signal lights. The Welcome to Richland sign also destroyed in the crash. Police have not yet said what may have caused it, but stay with us for updates. Staying in Richland, where 2 schools were briefly placed in secure status Friday morning. This after reports of a man waving what appeared to be a handgun. Marcus Whitman Elementary School and Carmichael Middle School were placed in secure status while officers investigated near Thayer Drive and Duport Hale Street. Police later determined, though, the item was actually a black lighter shaped like a gun. The secure status was lifted a short time later after officers confirmed there was no threat. First responders were called Friday morning after a small plane experienced some engine trouble near Moses Lake. Crews responded to the 16,000 block of road P.5 Northeast in the Black Rock area. That's about 16 miles northeast of Moses Lake. Here's the area we are talking about. Officials say the plane was traveling from Spokane to Wenatchee when the engine failed. Authorities say the aircraft was safely lowered to the ground, as you can see here, using the plane's onboard parachute system. A Grant County Sheriff's deputy and a Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife officer hiked to the scene and helped bring the pilot and passenger to safety. Officials say neither person was hurt. A Kennewick home caught fire Friday afternoon while police were actively responding to the home for a call. The Kennewick Fire Department says paramedics at the scene noticed smoke coming out of the 7th Avenue home, leading to more crews having to come out there to put out the fire. KFD says nobody got hurt and the home will likely be ruled uninhabitable. The cause of the fire still under investigation.
We don't know for sure. Our fire investigators are at the scene. They're going to determine what the cause of the fire was and where it originated. There was some initial conversations amongst bystanders and neighbors that said there may have been a candle involved, but we've not been able to verify that.
We also reached out to the Kennewick Police Department to learn why officers were originally called out to the home. We are still working to get a response. Coming up on Good Morning Northwest, new concerns this morning after an American passenger evacuated from a cruise ship tests positive for hantavirus. How the U.S. is responding right now and the growing questions surrounding the outbreak. The very latest details just ahead. Also just ahead, your first alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Josh Culbreth as we give you this live look from Pasco. Just how warm will we get today and throughout the week? He's talking about your daytime highs when we return.
At Prosser Digestive Health Center, find expert care close to home. Services include colonoscopy screenings, care for swallowing problems and esophageal motility disorders, GERD, celiac disease, and nutrition-related GI conditions. To schedule an appointment, call Prosser Digestive Health Center, 509-786-5599, or learn more at prosserhealth.org. Digestive health close to home. This is how we care.
If you're looking for a high-quality trailer at the right price, this is the place.
My experience at Broadmoor RV has been professional, on time. They answer all my questions.
For me, what I was impressed about was no pressure whatsoever, and we had a lot to choose from, which was great.
Don't wait. It's as simple as that. It's just a great way to spend time with your family.
It feels like a home away from home.
Broadmoor RV makes camping fun.
My mind felt hazy and gray. I couldn't follow conversations. It was like I was in a fog. I was sleeping way too much. I was missing out on activities with my family. I felt underwater. Now I know it was depression. Recognizing my symptoms and finding support helped me manage it. Learn more about your symptoms at seehowifeel.org.
You don't need to drop a ton of cash to make your home look like $1 million. You just need to hit up the Memorial Day Super Sale at Furniture Row. Shop top brands like Lazy Boy, Flex Steel, Borkholder Amish, and save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Score doorbuster deals before they're gone. And with 60 months no interest financing, it's easy to refresh any or every room in your home. Amazing selection, quality designs, stylish looks. The Memorial Day Super Sale, on now at Furniture Row.
Let Quantum Legal protect you and be your champion on the legal battleground. Whether it's a fight for justice in the face of criminal accusations, personal injury claims, or workplace accidents, Quantum Legal is your unwavering ally. An aggressive offense is your greatest defense. Quantum Legal is the sword and shield you've been seeking. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
This newscast sponsored by Multicare Yakima Memorial Hospital. Excellence you can trust. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. High temperatures this week mostly in the 70s over the next 7 days, as opposed to what we saw last week where we were pretty much exclusively in the 80s. Okay, here's your day planner forecast for this Monday for the Yakima Valley. Going to be around 70 around lunchtime, closer to 75 for the warmest part of the day. So forecast highs for today, lower elevations going to be in the 70s and even some low 80s out there. 80 for Sunnyside, very close to 80 in the Tri-Cities, but we will have some mid-70s. In fact, a lot of mid-70s out there. Yakima, Ellensburg, the Bluefoot Hills, all right around 75 degrees. Over the next 7 days, like I said, mostly in the 70s, but there's going to be a very interesting journey that will take. Tuesday, mid-80s in the Yakima Valley will be 10 to 15 degrees warmer than normal for this time of the year. And after that, a substantial drop-off in temperatures from Tuesday to Saturday. By Saturday, I'll have a hard time making it out of the mid-60s. And at that point, we'll be 6 degrees cooler than normal for this time of the year. Okay, wanted to square away a few other points of business this morning. The UV index going to be high for today on a scale from 1 to 11. It's 7, so your skin could burn within 15 to 25 minutes. When you're applying sunscreen, make sure that's SPF 30 at least, and that you're reapplying at least every couple hours. Also, the pollen. Wanted to talk about this very quickly. Medium-high pollen counts over the next couple days, but that chance for rain on Wednesday should bring those back down to the medium category. Top allergens continue to be ash, birch, and sycamore. Hey, speaking of the rain chances for Wednesday, we'll have thunderstorm chances, wind gusts picking up as well. We'll talk about all that coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. This morning, American health officials are responding after a passenger evacuated from a cruise ship tested positive for hantavirus. Another passenger also showing mild symptoms after being flown back to the U.S. overnight from Spain. The group was transported using special biocontainment procedures as officials work to limit possible exposure. ABC's Lionel Moise has the latest.
This morning, the Department of Health and Human Services confirming an American passenger has now tested positive for the virus and another is showing mild symptoms. They were among the 17 Americans on the cruise ship who were placed on an evacuation flight headed back to the U.S. overnight from Spain. Officials say the two were traveling in the plane's biocontainment units out of an abundance of caution. ABC's Maggie Rulli in Spain.
You can see they're having small groups being ferried back and forth. They're all dressed in that full-length protective blue gear.
The Americans headed to this facility in Nebraska. The passenger who tested positive will be taken to a specialized biocontainment unit. The others will go to the National Quarantine Unit for assessment and monitoring. The CDC has previously said there will be no mandatory quarantine for the people not showing hantavirus symptoms. They'll be allowed to either go home and self-monitor for 42 days or stay at the quarantine center. And growing questions about the CDC's role in containing the outbreak following the Trump administration laying off 2,400 workers.
But it is atypical to have so much quiet from CDC and really letting another organization be the voice that Americans are listening to.
The acting director on CNN pushing back.
They didn't see what the CDC has been doing, right? So we are in touch with the WHO. We're in touch with the international health organizations.
The cruise traveled to remote areas, including Tristan da Cunha, an island of about 200 people. British paratroopers seen here parachuting with medics and supplies after a suspected case of hantavirus was confirmed there.
Authorities in France also confirm a French passenger on the ship experienced symptoms during their flight home. They are now under observation. Your time is 6:14. Still ahead, we have another check on weather with Josh. Here's a live look from Pasco on this beautiful start to your Monday morning. But will things be soon changing with thunderstorms on the way? Josh is going to detail when that could be headed to your neck of the woods.
For over 30 years, DuraShine Clean has been the Tri-Cities premier cleaning service. More than just sweeping and mopping, we're your partner for a clean and healthy environment. We protect your brand and improve your company's image. No business is too big or too small for DuraShine Clean. Our teams get the job done right for you. Need to sparkle? Call us today for a free quote and let us help your business shine. At DuraShine Clean, we keep it clean.
Just like you, I'm working towards buying my first home.
I'm saving for my children's future.
Like you, I want financial tools that make my life easier.
At Hapo, we're more than employees. We're people just like you, and we understand what really matters.
And just like you,
we're planning for our future.
And I care about making a difference.
We are here to help you navigate life's milestones, big and small, because we're just like you. Join us at Hapo today.
At Smoke City for Less, we understand every smoker is unique. Explore our over 1,500 vape flavors and specialty curated selection of tobacco products. Your perfect flavor and blend awaits at any of Smoke City for Less 6 locations. Save your pennies. Smoke City for Less has the lowest prices. Find the best vape mods, batteries, kratom, and specialty products too. Our knowledgeable staff is always on hand to provide personalized recommendations. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
Rodney Carrington.
If you've been married for 25 or 30 years, you got there because you learned how to keep your mouth shut in all the right spots. That's right.
Friday, June 26th at Legends Casino Hotel. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com or Legends Gift Shop.
Some things didn't work out like you thought they would. You ain't never been on no fancy Italian vacation, but damn it, you been to Olive Garden for free breadsticks.
Don't miss Rodney Carrington live.
They're not fancy. No leather seats, no powerful sound systems, but they have wheels, seat belts, and AC. These are Apple Valley News Now cruisers, and they go where news happens. Because Apple Valley News Now is everywhere you need us to be.
Reporting from Ellensburg, Grandview, Tri-Cities, and Richland.
From the Blues to the Cascades, one television station leads the way with local news you trust. Oh, and when you see one of our cruisers, please go ahead and wave. We're Apple Valley News Now.
And we're always on your side.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We will have shower and thunderstorm chances picking up midweek. And this is actually, well, it's a good thing that we have rain in the forecast. It looks like it's going to be bringing down vegetation dryness, but it's a little nuance, okay? So we have this big, beautiful mid-latitude cyclone off in the Pacific. Eventually, this will be the catalyst for those rain and thunderstorm chances into Wednesday. So we'll put this into motion with Futurecast satellite and radar. Look, plenty of sunshine out there for today and for most of Tuesday as well. But then as we head into the evening, those clouds and then showers and maybe some thunderstorms bubbling up. This is a little precursor to what we'll experience during Wednesday, which is definitely going to be the most active day for this week. So here's some of the precip chances over the next 7 days for the Tri-Cities. See, just 30% chance of some rainfall with some thunder embedded for Wednesday, looking even drier by the time we get to Saturday. But hey, at least it's something. There's been a whole lot of nothing on that graphic as of late. Okay, with the storm system for the middle of the week, going with an alert day as those gusts across the map could be anywhere between 35 to 65 miles per hour. There will be a fire and blowing dust concern as well, but we're mostly concerned about the winds themselves. Anywhere between 60 to 65 mile per hour gusts in the Kittitas Valley. You see even the Yakima Valley, the lower Columbia Basin, the Blue Foothills, ranging anywhere from 35 to 50 mile per hour gusts. The vegetation dryness for now is a level 3 out of 5, very dry, but we're thinking with some of the rainfall in the forecast, it'll be interesting to see what some of these fuel models say a little bit later in the week. Fingers crossed it can go back to that yellow color. Okay, while we have a couple days in between now and that next fire risk, here's how to prep for wildfires. Create that defensible space around your home. Harden your home altogether, plan evacuation routes, and prep your go bag. And we have that 2,000-acre fire that's burning in southern Grant County. Just a little reminder of the season that we're in. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Around 90 by Tuesday. The midweek storm system will do a real number to our temperatures. We'll have a hard time making it out of the 60s by Saturday. Then for Yakima, winds picking up on Wednesday with a small chance of thunderstorms, maybe another chance on Saturday. In Ellensburg, many rounds of strong winds this week, but we're mostly concerned about the round on Wednesday. Then for Hermiston, winds and rain chances going up midweek as temperatures go down. And then finally for Walla Walla, a small chance of a thunderstorm on Tuesday, but a much better chance of showers and thunderstorms by Wednesday.
Your time is 6:20. Straight ahead, from superheroes and animated favorites to long-awaited sequels and major franchise returns this summer. Theaters are preparing for a packed lineup as some of Hollywood's biggest titles are set to hit the big screen over the next few months. This morning, we're taking a look at movies expected to draw big crowds this summer. We'll have a sneak peek after this.
Protect your dreams under our roof.
How about the name Indigo?
I like Sapphire.
Sapphire.
And based on how you drive, you could get a rate as personal
What about Big Blue?
as the car you love. Get a quote at amfam.com.
Now, what are we gonna name the baby?
Hi, I'm Rowdy with Total Energy Management. For 40 years, we've been keeping the Tri-Cities comfortable with top-notch heating and air conditioning services. We take pride in delivering exceptional service and unbeatable deals. Right now, you could save big with up to $3,200 in utility and cool cash rebates available this spring. At Total Energy Management, we will ensure your house is the perfect temperature year-round. Visit TEMINC.com or call 946-4500 to learn more.
You got shortness of breath, chest pains, and a cough. Little things wipe you out, you can't shake it off. It might be long COVID. You got chills, rainfall, depression, fever, can't smell, taste. Could be long COVID. One more time.
You get hurt in a car wreck, and all of a sudden, you feel like there's a black cloud hanging over your life. You're in pain, and the insurance company doesn't want to pay. Call me, Attorney Mariano Morales. I have the power of more. Don't take that first offer when I can get you more, much more than they want to pay. And why go to court if you don't have to? And when they find out the heavy hitters on your side, well, you know, blue skies. Injured? Call me, Attorney Mariano Morales, because helping you is what I do.
Call 853-2222.
Bath Planet brings life back to your bathroom with expert remodeling, custom designs, fast installation. And right now, save $1,000. Call for a free estimate today. 509-851-0669.
Hey, why are dishes always getting water spots?
From Culligan.com, hard water.
Mom! Yeah.
Hey, Culligan.
Heard you've got water problems. We got you covered.
Request your free in-home water test today.
Protect your dreams under our roof.
How about the name Indigo?
I like Sapphire.
Sapphire.
And based on how you drive, you could get a rate as personal
What about Big Blue?
as the car you love. Get a quote at amfam.com.
Now, what are we gonna name the baby?
Welcome back, everybody. In entertainment news this morning, the summer movie season getting ready to take off with some of Hollywood's biggest franchises returning to the big screen.
Yeah, from Star Wars and superheroes to animated favorites and long-awaited sequels, studios are rolling out a packed lineup over the next few months.
And whether you're looking for action, comedy, or maybe just a family film, there's a little bit of everything headed to theater seats this summer. This morning, Rick Damigella has a preview of what's coming soon.
This isn't about revenge. It's about preventing another war.
The Force may be strong Memorial Day weekend as The Mandalorian and Grogu drop out of hyperspace and into cinemas.
I now pronounce you husband and knife.
June looks to be the busiest month at the movies, with Toy Story 5 among the high-profile releases. It's joined by Masters of the Universe, horror comedy Scary Movie, Steven Spielberg's Disclosure Day, and the next movie in the DC universe, Supergirl.
The Minions are back with a touch of mystery.
Buddy. Bello, the Minions head back to theaters in July in Minions and Monsters. The 7th month on the calendar will also see the release of the live-action Moana remake, along with Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey and Spider-Man Brand New Day, marking the first MCU movie release in a year.
Have you been horribly injured by a product made by the Acme Corporation?
It's not your fault. Fans of Wile E. Coyote's Super Genius won't have to wait much longer for the courtroom comedy Coyote vs. Acme, which arrives at the end of August. Other big screen fare opening in August include Super Troopers 3 and the animated adventure Paw Patrol: The Dino Movie. Getting reserved seats, extra popcorn, and enjoying the air conditioning in Hollywood, I'm Rick Damicella.
Oh my gosh, spoiler alert, did Forky just get married?
It looks like it. It looks like it.
Oh my goodness.
Have you seen the trailer for Toy Story 5?
I have not. This is what I've seen.
It's
Have
like
you
the
seen whole
toys against technology, because I think Bonnie, the child in the movie, she gets an iPad or something like an iPad.
Ooh,
and there's a real existential crisis going on with the toys. So I'm excited to see that.
About the screen time limits?
Yes.
Versus toys?
Yes.
Oh, I like it. Well, all right. And then the update on Forky. So we got a lot to look forward to. I can't wait for Memorial Day weekend. Looks like some big movies on the way. All right, still ahead on Good Morning Northwest. Firefighters in Umatilla County are shifting into wildfire mode as temperatures begin to rise. This morning, we'll see how they're getting ready and what they're prioritizing this fire season. Plus, big plans are taking shape in Zillah. A public market and sports complex could reshape the area in the coming years. We'll break down specifically what's being proposed and how residents can weigh in. These stories and much more straight ahead.
Okay, let's see what else. Well, there's me catching the bouquet.
Yeah. Remind me why that happened again?
Nobody told me the rules.
Anniversaries are special, so we're offering a special jackpot package with a dining credit, blackjack coupons, discount room upgrade, and more. See website for details. Only at Northern Quest. 25 years bold.
Max, go get the ball. Go get the ball, Max.
When you're ready for more space to play and more peace and quiet, Numerica has flexible home loans so you can get more for what you love. Find your more with Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
Life happens. Lucky for you, ICCU has a new kind of checking account that comes with benefits, including 24/7 telehealth.
Wait, through my ICCU checking account?
On it.
Along with a whole lot of other benefits you might need. Because being human is a full-time job.
At Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, your safety is our top priority. We are the only board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgery experts in wisdom tooth removal and dental implant placement in the Tri-Cities. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, we ensure every patient receives safe, personalized treatment. Ask your dentist to refer you to the Tri-Cities experts in oral surgery. Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons. We look forward to meeting you.
If your bath has seen a lot of life, nobody gives it new life like Bath Fitter. Whatever shape your bath is in, Bath Fitter will transform it with an amazing number of styles and watertight walls that are grout-free and easy to clean. With 40 years of experience, Bath Fitter knows what people want. An affordable remodel that isn't just beautiful, it's guaranteed for life. When it's time to give your bath new life, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
We're here for those who build America. Those who believe that giving everything we've got today will pay off tomorrow. Who will drive America forward for 250 years to come. If that's who you are, you should pay what we pay.
Now get employee pricing across a full lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs. Employee pricing. You pay what we pay. Only from your local Ford dealer.
This newscast sponsored by Multicare Yakima Memorial Hospital. Excellence you can trust. This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning to you. Happy Monday. Thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Wendy Redman. Your time is 6:30. Let's get you straight over to Chief Meteorologist Josh Culberth, tracking the very latest weather conditions out there. Josh, looking like a pretty nice start to the day, but I do see that you have a first alert day up on the board there.
Yeah, this thing's gotten its money's worth over the last couple weeks. All these rounds of winds, and guess what? We have another round of winds for Wednesday, and that's also going to coincide with shower and thunderstorm chances picking up, so those rain chances might tamp down the fire concerns just a little bit. Highs mostly in the 70s for this week, but there are going to be some ups and downs to that. The alert day for Wednesday, gusts across the map 35 to 65 miles per hour. There will still be some sort of fire and blowing dust concern, but we're thinking the rainfall should tamp down some of that. Hey, speaking of fires, we do have a wind-driven fire already this morning in southern Grant County. It's 2,200 acres large. It's near Road 24 and Washington Highway 24. No word on containment, but per dispatch traffic, it seems like some of the resources on scene have been allowed to go elsewhere. So that is certainly some good news. And it looks like the gust in that part of southern Grant County out of the north and west around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Okay, current temperatures out there, 40s and 50s for lower elevations. Very mild stuff. Here's your coat cast for this Monday for the Yakima Valley. Light jacket weather up until about 10 a.m., 11 a.m. After that, it's going to be t-shirt weather. Lots of sunshine for today. Highs getting up into the 70s, and a lot more of that for this week, which we'll talk about coming up in a few minutes.
All right, Josh, in the meantime, we begin this half hour of news in Oregon, where fire crews in Umatilla County are preparing for wildfire season. With summer approaching, Umatilla County Fire District 1 says wildfire readiness now a major focus across the district. The district covers more than 200 square miles, meaning crews have to be ready to respond quickly, often working with other local and state agencies when large fires ignite. Officials say they prioritize specialized equipment like brush rigs and interface engines designed to handle both structure and wildland fires. They also rely on strategic staffing to make sure coverage is never lost, even during major incidents.
We will backfill stations. So say there's, a large fire like the Cold Springs fire that's happening, and it's requiring all of our staff that are on shift that day to go fight that fire. We'll backfill with additional staffing to come in and staff those additional stations.
Officials say this approach allows them to respond to wildfires while still protecting the community from other emergencies at the same time. The city of Zillah is moving ahead with big plans to boost tourism and create a new community hub. Here's what we know. City leaders want to build a Yakima Valley public market on city-owned land along Vintage Valley Parkway. The year-round market would give local farmers, wineries, breweries, and artisans a place to sell their products. A nearby sports complex also in the works. City officials say the two projects would help attract visitors and support local businesses.
The vision is to create a single spot that will connect our wine growers and our beer producers and our farmers, our partners over there at the Yakima Nation, and any other businesses that want to take place and actually sell goods in the marketplace.
City leaders say they're now looking for community input as both projects move into the design phase. Still ahead, concerns over lead exposure are raising new questions about products many families use every day. From toys to cookware, more people are turning to at-home test kits for answers. That's why Consumer Reports tested 11 popular home lead kits. Coming up, we'll break down what they found. And Josh is breaking down your first alert weather forecast. A beautiful shot here from Ellensburg this morning as the scene is quickly changing out there every time we check in with them. He's coming back to see if there are any changes in our weather forecast, specifically when he's looking at high temperatures. Keep it locked right here.
Board
Board-certified orthopedic surgeon Dr. Sam Strebel provides the full spectrum of orthopedic care.
A lot of times when I talk to patients, they're in so much pain that they can't do their hobbies. We can use the machine to balance the knee before we make any bony resections, and then that will hopefully translate to a faster recovery and a better, more natural feeling knee.
To learn more about services including robotic joint replacement at Prosser Orthopedic Center, visit prosserhealth.org.
It's almost time for Lucky Number Tuesday at Bi-Mart. Thousands will win a Sterilite 20-quart storage box just by matching their ending number this Tuesday. Plus, buy one for just $3.49 with Tuesday-only pricing. Match your entire number, and you'll win other great items, including Mega Masters Tabletop Gas Grill. Make sure your favorite Bi-Mart is marked as your home store, making it possible for you to win with your entire number. Thousands win every Tuesday on Lucky Number Tuesday, only at Bi-Mart.
Life's better when you're under our roof because you'll feel protected. Good thing we're covered. And safe drivers can save too. Touchdown. Also, your family's free too. And you can get a personalized rate based on how you drive. So while they're dreaming, you're saving. Customize what you pay with Drive My Way. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
They're not fancy. No leather seats, no powerful sound systems, but they have wheels, seat belts, and AC. These are Apple Valley News Now cruisers, and they go where news happens. Because Apple Valley News Now is everywhere you need us to be.
Reporting in Pendleton, Ellensburg, Tri-Cities Airport.
From the Blues to the Cascades, one television station leads the way with local news you trust. Oh, and when you see one of our cruisers, please go ahead and wave. We're Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Always on your side.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Our high temperature is mostly going to be in the 70s for this week as opposed to the 80s that we had for last week, but it's going to be certainly a pretty interesting journey that we'll talk about in just a second. Okay, for today, plenty of sunshine, a beautiful start to this work week, around 70 by lunchtime, and then closer to 80 for the warmest part of the day. So let's go ahead and take you on that zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast. We start off up in the Cascades, where we're going to be in the 60s and 70s, partly cloudy skies. Then for the Kittitas Valley, in essence, nothing but sunshine for today. We're going to be around 75 in Ellensburg. And then for the Yakima Valley, ranging from 77 to 80, 80 for Toppenish, a couple of 77s for Yakima and Union Gap. For the Lower Columbia Basin, we'll be right around 80 for the Tri-Cities, 79, a little bit cooler down towards Boardman. We'll be at 73. Lots of 75s on the map for the Blue Foothills for today, a little bit warmer in Milton Freewater. And then for the Blues, we're looking at 60s and 70s, just kind of depending on your elevation. 75 for Ukiah and southern Umatilla County. Okay, like I said, the journey this week is going to be very interesting. Yes, technically true, mostly in the 70s, but Tuesday around 90. That's going to be about 15 degrees warmer than normal for this time of the year. On the flip side of that, Saturday, we're going to have a hard time making it out of the 60s, which is 7 degrees cooler than normal for early to mid-May. Okay. And we are going to be cooling things down as the storm system passes for the middle of the week. Shower and thunderstorm chances going up, wind gusts going up. We'll talk about all that coming up in a few minutes.
Turning to a consumer report now, with concerns about lead popping up in everything from toys to cookware, many people are looking for quick ways to check for it in their homes. For some people, that means using a do-it-yourself lead test kit. But do they actually work? Consumer Reports put nearly a dozen popular kits to the test to find out.
Cookware, spices, protein powders, even faucets. Recent headlines about lead showing up in everyday products may have you wondering what in your home could be a concern.
A lot of people are concerned about lead in their home, vintage dishes or vintage toys.
Consumer Reports safety experts noticed more people filing complaints with the Consumer Product Safety Commission after home test kits flagged toys and other household items for possible lead. That raised a big question. How accurate are these kits? CR put 11 of the most popular DIY lead kits to the test.
Pretty much all of the test kits did very well in clearly detecting high levels of lead. Lower levels that could still be potentially harmful, the test kits didn't do as well.
In some cases, the kits failed to detect lead in a toy known to contain it.
That shows us that if you get a negative test kit result, you might still potentially have a problem.
What can parents do then to reduce their kids' lead exposure? A good place to start is to avoid vintage toys, cribs, and painted furniture. Newer toys are generally safer thanks to stricter regulations enacted after 2008. If you're concerned about something in your home, Consumer Reports says the safest option is to send it to a certified lab to have it professionally tested, or simply keep it away from kids. This is David Fazekas.
Consumer Reports reached out to all 11 test kit manufacturers. Many of them said their products are meant for a quick initial screening, not as a substitute for professional lab testing. Up next, we have your morning sprint. Everything you need to head out the door on your Monday morning here at 6:42. And of course, Josh coming back with a look at your First Alert weather forecast. He is talking about some windy weather on the way and also rain. Find out those chances when we come back.
I met a cute poodle outside. She said everyone's talking about you and how you work for free.
When you're injured and have the heavy hitter on your team, we win or it's free. Hello? That cute poodle you were talking to wants to have a play date.
Let's go.
Call 853-2222.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through July 31st, receive rebates up to $1,400 off on a new Daikin Fit system when paired with an eligible Daikin ductless system at Bruce Heating and Air.
In Tri-Cities Real Estate, one group stands above the rest. One group consistently ranks in the top 20% of the region's real estate agents. One group puts a full team of professionals backing your every move to get the best deal at every step. And one group with an award-winning team to give you more insights and help you make more educated decisions. So if you're ready to make your next move with certainty, there's really only one group for you.
Some mornings, I get a little extra help. Memories are made in the kitchen. Find the right appliance to make more of them at Fred's.
At Fred's Appliance, all Bosch appliances are on sale. Save up to $300 on select Bosch dishwashers. Swing by Fred's Appliance today. We sell appliances, only appliances.
At the Pacific Campus, our medical care for seniors is built with intention. We take time, we listen, we create personalized plans designed for strength, clarity, and longevity. And because your care is inside the PC, wellness isn't separate from your healthcare. It's part of it. Membership isn't required, but many choose it to stay active and connected. Call, text, or stop by. We're always here for you. Your fourth quarter matters. Let's play it strong.
Planet brings life back to your bathroom with expert remodeling, custom designs, fast installation. And right now, save $1,000. Call for a free estimate today. 509-851-0669.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
I met a cute poodle outside. She said everyone's talking about you and how you work for free.
When you're injured and have the heavy hitter on your team, we win or it's free. Hello? That cute poodle you were talking to wants to have a play date.
Let's go.
Call 853-2222.
This newscast sponsored by Multicare Yakima Memorial Hospital. Excellence you can trust. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We will have some shower and thunderstorm chances by the middle of this week because of this storm system that's brewing off in the Pacific right now, this beautiful swirl of a mid-latitude cyclone, and eventually this will be the catalyst for some shower and thunderstorm chances. Now, over the next couple days, I'm just going to let this play through with Futurecast satellite and radar. You're not seeing anything on the map, not even any clouds, but then as we head into the evening, that's when clouds will start to build. Some shower and thunderstorm chances going to be possible, a little precursor to much more action that we'll track as we head into Wednesday. So here are those precip chances over the next 7 days for the Yakima Valley. About a 30% chance of some rainfall on Wednesday with about a 5 to 10% chance of seeing some lightning in the mix, and then much lower chances as we head into Saturday. But it's encouraging to see any precip chances at all as our vegetation has been getting very dry out there. Okay, the alert day for Wednesday because of the wind gusts picking up 35 to 65 miles per hour across the map. And we are concerned about fires and blowing dust as well. At first, I think we're mostly concerned about the winds themselves. Peak gusts anywhere between 60 to 65 miles per hour in the Kittitas Valley, and for the Yakima Valley, for the Basin, for the Blue Foothills, looking at gusts between 35 to 50 miles per hour. So we could certainly see some spotty power outages, some downed tree limbs as well. Okay, the vegetation dryness for Wednesday, it's going to be a level 3 out of 5. It'll be very dry. So yes, we are concerned about fires and blowing dust. Last half hour I talked about fires, this half hour blowing dust. The top blowing dust areas, Interstate 82, US 395, Interstate 84, Washington 240, that Hanford Reach Corridor, and Washington 24, Moxie to Odello. You can find this list posted online at applevalleynewsnow.com. Okay, here is the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Around 90 degrees by Tuesday. The midweek storm system will do a real number to our temperatures, though. And then for Yakima, winds picking up on Wednesday with a small chance of thunderstorms, maybe another chance on Saturday. Then for Ellensburg, many rounds of strong winds this week, but we're mostly concerned about the round on Wednesday. Then for Hermiston, winds and rain chances going up midweek as temperatures go down. And finally for Walla Walla, a small chance of a thunderstorm on Tuesday, but a much better chance of showers and thunderstorms by Wednesday. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, new details on that terrifying moment on the runway.
Tower pressure 4345, we're stopping on the runway. We just hit somebody.
Newly obtained video from Denver International Airport capturing the moment that a trespasser on the runway was struck and killed by a passenger jet preparing to take off. The engine bursting into flames on impact. Smoke filling the cabin as the pilots raced to abort takeoff and stop the jet.
Denver Airport is twice the size of Manhattan, so it's not reasonable to expect that that whole perimeter can be guarded 24/7. The first thing the Denver Airport authorities will do will go out and look at the fence line itself. Was it a deliberate act for this person to get on the runway and stand in front of that airplane?
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on this urgent investigation. With your GMA First Look, I'm Gio Benitez, ABC News, New York.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis? With fewer symptoms from moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, where would you go? Imagine being a million miles away. With Tremfya, clearer skin is possible. And for adults with active psoriatic arthritis, Tremfya goes beyond the skin less joint pain, stiffness, and swelling is possible. And Tremfya even reduced fatigue. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Ask your doctor about Tremfya.
Now, the morning sprint.
In your national headlines this morning, federal investigators are looking into a deadly incident involving a Frontier Airlines plane at Denver International Airport. Officials say a person crossed onto the runway and was struck during takeoff Friday night. Passengers reported hearing a loud impact before the plane stopped. 12 people reported minor injuries during the evacuation. The FAA and airport officials are continuing to investigate. China confirmed President Trump will visit the country later this week. The trip includes meetings with Chinese president in Beijing. The visit comes as tensions continue over trade and the conflict involving Iran. The U.S. Treasury Secretary also expected to attend meetings during the summit. In business news now, a dog food recall is impacting pet owners nationwide. So look at your screen here. Albright's Raw Pet Food is recalling one lot of its chicken recipe for dogs over possible salmonella contamination. No reports of any illnesses, but consumers are being told to not feed the product to pets and just throw it away. The company says refunds are available. A popcorn seasoning sold nationwide is being recalled over possible salmonella concerns. The recall involves JCB Flavors sour cream and onion seasoning. Officials say the issue is linked to a recalled milk powder ingredient used in the product. No illnesses have been reported here. Consumers are being told, though, to stop using the seasoning. In health headlines, more than 100 people have gotten sick during a norovirus outbreak on a Princess cruise ship. The CDC says 102 passengers and 13 crew members reported symptoms aboard the Caribbean Princess. Cruise officials say sick passengers were isolated while crews increased cleaning and sanitizing efforts across the ship. The vessel departed from Fort Lauderdale late last month and is scheduled to return today. Millions of Americans using GLP-1 medications are changing the way they shop and eat. A new report says retailers and restaurants are already adjusting to shifting consumer habits. Experts say shoppers may buy less snack foods and look for different clothing sizes and menu options. Analysts say spending is expected to continue, but just on different products. Talking sports now, the Seattle Mariners lost 2-1 to the Chicago White Sox Sunday, dropping the 3-game series. The White Sox rallied late with a game-tying home run before scoring the winning run in the 8th inning. Logan Gilbert struck out 9 over 6 scoreless innings for Seattle. The Mariners now head to Houston to begin a 4-game series against the Astros. Longtime Atlanta Braves manager Bobby Cox has died at the age of 84. Cox led the Braves to 14 straight division titles and a World Series championship in '95. He finished his career with more than 2,500 wins, the 4th most in baseball history. The Hall of Fame manager had battled health issues in recent years. Now to the top 5 local things you need to know this morning. Crews from multiple agencies responded overnight to a large wind-driven brush fire burning near Highway 24 east of Mattawa. Officials say the fire grew to an estimated 2,200 acres as firefighters worked through the night. State Route 24, or part of it anyways, has since reopened as crews continue monitoring the area. Police are continuing to investigate a deadly single vehicle crash that shut down parts of George Washington Way in Richland Friday. Officers say the crash happened at Jadwin Avenue and left the vehicle heavily damaged. The driver, 23-year-old Dylan Stills, we're told, died at the scene. Roads in the area were closed for several hours while crews repaired damaged traffic infrastructure. Authorities have not yet said what caused the crash. First responders were called near Moses Lake after a small plane experienced engine trouble during a flight from Spokane to Wenatchee Friday. Officials say the aircraft safely reached the ground using its onboard parachute system, as you can see in this image here. A deputy and Fish and Wildlife officer hiked to the scene to help the pilot and passenger. Authorities say neither person was hurt. A Kennewick home caught fire while police were actively responding to the property Friday afternoon. Officials say paramedics at the scene noticed smoke coming from the home, leading to additional firefighters being called in. Thankfully, we're told nobody was hurt in the fire. Investigators say the home will likely be considered uninhabitable. The cause still under investigation. Fire crews in Umatilla County say wildfire preparedness is now a major focus as summer approaches. The district covers more than 200 square miles and often works with local and state agencies during large fires. They say the goal is to stay prepared as wildfire season approaches. Trending this morning, police in Metro Vancouver, British Columbia say speed may have played a role in a crash that left a motorcycle hanging from a traffic light. Take a look. You see that? That's not something you see every day. There's the close-up.
Oh, man.
How, right?
Well,
how?
Officers responded to reports of a crash involving a car and motorcycle Saturday afternoon. The rider suffered serious but non-life-threatening injuries and was taken to the hospital. Miraculously, the driver of the vehicle was not hurt, but...
But how?
So the motorcycle just went, because of getting hit by the car, just went airborne?
I guess. I don't know. How did it get up
airborne?
that high? That's what I'm saying, right? That airborne.
And there were no serious injuries? Sounds
That's
like
what it's
no
saying.
no life-threatening injuries. Man, what a miracle!
Yeah, that's a story to tell, I would say.
Yeah,
And
count your blessings after that one.
oh my goodness, yeah, I guess you were meant to be here after that.
Yes.
Holy
yes.
smokes! All right, switching gears over to weather.
Okay, yeah, let's take another look at that fire that's burning in southern Grant County. This is the Highway 24 fire. Just wanted to give you another look at it. 2,200 acres. Don't have any word on containment, but per dispatch traffic, it sounds like they're letting some resources go from that right now. And the wind gust in southern Grant County only out of the north and west between 5 to 10 miles per hour. So it looks like that situation is winding down. Fingers crossed. Temperatures 40s and 50s out there for lower elevations. Feeling pretty mild. You're going to need a light jacket as you're headed out the front door. Here is your forecast for today for lower elevations. A gorgeous, fantabulous, terrific day as we'll have lots of sunshine and high temperatures getting up into the 70s. The big weather stories, we have wind gusts coming back for Wednesday. Shower and thunderstorm chances coming back for Wednesday. Highs staying mostly in the 70s for this week. But for Wednesday, maybe another concern for fires and blowing dust.
All right, so that's in the future. Fantabulous day, as you said, for your Monday. All right, that'll do it for us. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Yeah, Good Morning America is up next, and we'll be back with your local news and weather tonight at 5. Have a great day.